This story goes back a few years. It's a wild one, and I thought I'd worked through it. Recent events have me questioning that. Quick history: I was a late bloomer with women. No real girlfriends and a few hookups until I got in good shape at 21. I got a lot more attention after, but it all felt superficial. 24, I meet my ex, and she pursued me hard. I'm not sure how into her I really was, but it felt nice and safe compared to what I'd been doing. Things were fine at first, but there were a lot of signs we had issues early. She would check my laptop history, and the one time she found a porn site, she called it cheating. I had to quit a bartending job I loved where I was making an amazing living annually because she was afraid I would cheat. I could go on, but I won't for brevity's sake. 6 years and things are pretty bad. She goes on a vacation to Jamaica with friends and separates from me in October. I'm oversimplifying a story that could be a screenplay, but we break up officially right at Xmas, and in March 2017, I learned she'd been carrying on an affair with a local she met in Jamaica and broke it off officially via text the day they got engaged. I was glad we weren't together anymore, but the humiliation was intense. The months of still being in contact while she lied to me took a toll. I was most angry with myself, though. I spent from 24, 30 trying to make it all work. For not staying strong the few times I almost ended it. I missed out on so many opportunities during the time. I was making money and had the opportunity to travel, but didn't. I had cash, enough cash to put 20% on a $500K waterfront home. Think it's worth 1.2 mil now. We didn't because she wanted flexibility if she got a university job out of state. Instead, it all went to expensive rent and other things since she didn't work. I was broke at 31 when we split up. I was emotionally and sexually stunted. Our sex life had been bland despite my attempts to spice it up. With her new husband, she'd post some wild photos implying that had changed. People saw these and I had to play it off like it was funny. I sought comfort in hookups, but adding to my body count just made me more miserable overall. Especially since I did a lot of lying and playing on emotions to achieve that. I thought I was over the trauma eventually, but recent events in my new relationship say otherwise. My partner and I had a blissful 2 years. Once things weren't just fun, fucking, and vacations, some of my issues flared. I'm somewhat rudderless and don't see how I can rebuild my finances. I work a boring job out of necessity, having type 1 diabetes and needing stable work with good insurance. I don't have the confidence to take a risk and leave. I feel less than for having played house with my ex while others were experiencing things. We have sex less, and it's gone from intense and experimental to more routine. We're both to blame, but I worry my looks contribute. I drink more than usual now. We both drink and do drugs too often. We've almost ended it a few times, including Xmas. I beg her to stay, but am I just being codependent because being left again would rock me? I don't have a general thesis here. I had sex with a woman who wanted to leave her boyfriend but didn't since his dad was dying, so I'm a shit. I did eventually learn the boyfriend was cheating on her and was an abuser, so I feel less had. Still, my general point would be just break up with the person before cheating. If your partner is a good person, they don't need all that trauma. If they're a horrible person, they'll still be traumatized and make other people's lives hell. I can understand some scenarios not being black and white, heat of the moment factored in. Ongoing calculated cheating is trash behavior. Almost 10 years later, I have to think about the humiliation when simply saying I don't want to be with you, I met someone was an option.